Fear of death. Once, there was a rich man who was afraid of death. He went to see a wise monk to seek advice. The monk listened patiently to the rich man's fears and concerns and then said to him, "I have a solution that will help you overcome your fear of death. You must first do something for me." The monk then gave the rich man a task. He asked him to go and spend a night in a nearby graveyard. The rich man was terrified at the thought, but he was also determined to overcome his fear of death. He agreed to do as the monk had asked. That night, the rich man went to the graveyard and found a quiet spot to spend the night. He was scared at first, but as the night went on, he began to realize that he was not alone. He saw families visiting the graves of their loved ones, leaving flowers and praying. He saw people of all ages, races, and religions, united by their shared experience of loss. As the sun began to rise, the rich man felt a sense of peace wash over him. He realized that death was not something to be feared but rather a natural part of life. He went back to the monk and thanked him for helping him overcome his fear. The monk smiled and said, "You have learned a valuable lesson, my friend. Death is a part of life, and we cannot escape it, but we can learn to accept it and live our lives to the fullest. By facing your fear, you have become a stronger and wiser person." From that day on, the rich man lived his life without the constant fear of death hanging over him. He learned to appreciate the time he had and to make the most of every moment, knowing that death was a part of the natural cycle of life. This story teaches us that it is natural to fear death, but that it is important to understand that death is a part of life. Instead of fearing it, we should embrace life and make the most of the time we have with our loved ones.